Music has always been something that speaks to me, not just the lyrics, but the melodies and the chords that go into creating a piece of music. And growing up, I remember I was always listening to Spirit or Little Mermaid, and I just loved music. My dad often jokes that I was singing before I could talk, and I don't really remember a time in my life where music hasn't been a major part of it and influenced me in some way.
What song is it, Mandy? Sammy, what song is it?
Growing up, I was surrounded by music. I began singing in preschool and eventually joined choirs in elementary school and continued until I graduated high school. I taught myself guitar, ukulele, and piano, and I used to keep binders full of lyrics I had written with me. You could always find me listening to Taylor Swift, Alan Jackson, or Chris Tomlin on my iPod and singing to the words. Singing began to change for me in my senior year of high school. I was going into my third year in the Pride Singers, and it just so happened that the people in the choir that year were extremely competitive. They constantly talked about how great their voices were and tried to outdo each other's talents. My choir teacher even made me feel constantly compared to another girl in class. And because of that, I just felt like I was never good enough. But comparison is a thief, and as soon as you let it into your life, it plants those seeds of insecurity, doubt, and fear that burrow into your mind, and it's really hard to weed those thoughts out once they're in there. To me, singing started to feel like a job, and it was a job that I was convinced I would never be good at because I was never going to be this chosen girl. I started dreading going to class, and I dreaded even singing, so I just quit. When I came to college, I moved in with my ukulele, but it sat unused and basically forgotten for about a semester. In fact, most of my friends in college didn't even know that I could sing or play an instrument. But as I began to move out of high school and into college life, I began to realize how important music and singing is to my identity. It's never been about making a career out of it, but it's my way of expressing myself and sharing things that I have to say. I've come back to singing and music and the joy it brings me, but I'm doing it on my own terms. Because music is never going to be a career, it's simply a way for me to connect to the world around me. It's my way of sharing my deepest thoughts and emotions because everyone has something to say, and for me, the best way to say it is through music. Has shaken me from rude eyes, the sound of his voice. Seas that are shaken.